And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. Well, it is time. We need another unload station. And I need to think right here will connect. No, way off. Way up here. That'll connect. So we need another unload station for copper, because reds do indeed take copper, and so we need a copper unload, and we need let's see, we need a plastic unload. So this, all right, let's give ourselves a pretty wide area. A little wider. Arbitrary width. Because of course one of these is going to be, well, the longer one is obviously going to be copper, because we're needing a crap ton more copper. So I don't want to get too far. Oh, we got plenty of space. So let's get this in. And then let's route it. Let's plan on routing it right in here. Just so we can load going this way. And then we want a couple more to load off. One more. Oh, one more. There we go. And then we can loop in this like so. So yeah, we need a big one for copper, and then not as big of one for plastic, because plastic is really not in super high demand. So one there. Oh, we have to wait. We wait on my bots to do their thing. So if we want a full train of copper coming up, so do we have the belt space to route copper up here? I don't know if we have the belt space for 60 belts coming up here. I might need to finagle that a different way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have a little train here. There we go. Then we'll put some temporary fuel in him, because I know the ore pickup, or the plate pickup, is where my fuel is at. So that is what we're going to deal with that. Okay, I want to pick that up and pick that up, and we're going to do copper plates for Red Sea. I thought that was a custom color, but apparently not. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so now we have ample copper. And let's go put this down here. And this is going to be, I want to copy this here. And this is going to be plastics for Red Sea. Okay, now it is signal time. Okay, that takes care of that block. And I want another one here, one down here. Just tie these up. here, 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 here. So all this is one continuous block, and then this splits off into two separate blocks here. Okay, I'm gonna bring these down because we only have 4 of these. That's a lot. That's gonna be a lot of copper. All right, because I want the choice to bring a couple down. I don't think we have enough to bring all 60 belts up and around. I may not even want all 60 belts, depending on what design I settle on. Because we also want to do some blues out of this setup, and they're going to take quite a significant amount of our greens. But we need a ton of reds, absolute ton of reds. So I think one setup for reds per belt. No, do we want per belt? Do we want... And by setup, I mean like copper, red, 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 red. So like that. And this is going to be all moduled up. So this will be the red circuits. Oh, let's turn Alt back on. And this will be the copper plate or copper wire. The copper wire, I like to use productivity modules as well as speed, just because it just makes sure that it's gonna be enough. And I think did I set those right? I'm not sure. Oh, let's get into logistics range for a second here. Okay, so if we want one setup per belt, that means we have to share the greens. So we could share the greens in the plastic with this setup. So combine the two belts. So one side is greens, one side is plastic. And I'm still not getting anybody. It is quite a long ways to travel for these poor bots. Now do I have, see, I'm still not getting my express stack inserters. There they are, yay. Oh, somebody just turned around. I'm gonna upgrade this. That way, a little bit more logistics range going on in here, and I don't have to worry too much about walking out of the range. So if we want the output to go down there, and then the copper can just come in any one of these directions. I'm guessing the copper is going to come from this direction. So let's put this out like that. And then copper can come in here. This will be the output. That'll be copper, and then we need a belt of greens, and so it'll be symmetric except for the splitter, of course. Whichever side you want to do, that's the side you want to go on. So this needs to be copper and green circuits right there. Not copper, plastic. And then we want one on each of these, and that is our red circuit setup. So the other thing is joining those two together, and that is our output right there. Okay. So obviously greens can come from this direction, copper can come from this direction, and the reds, not sure how the reds are going to get turned out. So I'm going to dial these out a little ways like that, just to have them come out somewhere. So if we want one of these setups for each green belt, how many of these do we want to reserve for blue circuits? Since blue circuits are going to use them by the metric ton. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think I want 10, at least 10 for blues. So that leaves, I mean, there's 30 here, so that leaves 20 of these setups right here. That's a lot. So I'm going to blueprint this. And this is for red. So let's put a red circuit in there. Okay. Just like that. So I could flip these around, but you know, I don't think I want to do that. So we need a lot of these. So if I was a betting man, I think offsetting this by 1, I mean, that takes care of 2 belts at a time. So then I can do the same thing down here. Take this one and then offset it by 1 and put it down here. Like that. Okay. And then once those are built, I can actually blueprint that whole setup. And then I can finish these off. So let's actually, that might, oh, that might stretch all the way across. Yes, it does. So that's the 2 copper. So we don't need 60 copper coming out here. If each one of these is going to get a dedicated belt, that's only what, 20 in the final stage here. Okay, just waiting on the modules, and then I can blueprint this again. So if we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 right in here, I'm going to set this, that's my mark. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20. And that's 4, so I need a total of 5 setups just like this. And let's get some modules going. Everybody, I know I've got them built, it's just a matter of the bots bringing them up. There's a little bit left up here. 1 left. I'm not actually sure how many modules I have made. Let's go down to modules. Oh, I got 3,000 of them in here, so I'm doing pretty good. Okay. Just one more here, people. Where's my other... Where's my lone bot? There's one bot that's... There he is. Okay. As far as powering all of this, basically you can take care of it with 1 substation. Oh, I love these big substations. Okay, so right in here. That'll power all of them. Okay, so let's then, before we blueprint this, I want to underground out to there. Out to there. And this will be my output. Okay. Now my input, yeah, my input should be fine. Okay, I think it's time to break the bank here. And let's get that red circuit set up wherever it may be, right there. So we're going to clear that one, and we're going to get the whole thing now. And again, red circuit. There we go. Okay, so how offset is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1. Oh, and I can't see. Love not being able to see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3. And one more setup. 2, 3, 4. There's 5 total. So that's 4, 8. Oh, it's hard to count when they're ghosts. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 total. Perfect. What are we low on? Oh, not a problem. Those are auto-crafted, so the big issue is modules. Trying to get the modules set up. Okay, so these are copper in. So these are copper in. Just want to indicate the directionality of these. My flocks of bots flying overhead. Always nice. Okay, so that's where the copper goes in. So I don't need extreme amounts of copper. I have 10, so I need basically two belts out of every one of those would cover my copper needs. And then the greens, of course, are going to come from this side. So it's going to be quite a lot of belt. Look, I have belts fully upgraded though, so okay, so we're going to bring that up. So here's another set of belts. I'm going to bring that up. This is one of the things I like about blueprints. You can just slap them in and the bots will take care of the rest. Oh man, this is gonna be a lot of reds. And it's gonna be a lot of greens, of course, but it's gonna be a lot of reds too. So much belt. So much belt. Okay. Okay. Get those belts in. That'll take care of one of the supplies. So we have this one coming in perfectly fit. So we have here all the way to here. Just like so. Might as well put these on all my substations just so I can push the belt through efficiently. Okay. Now I can do belt. Lines right up. I love when stuff lines up like that. Right in through here. Okay. Okay, greens. Greens are starting the process here. Of course, none of the stuff over here has power yet, but that's okay. So now it's a matter of routing these things. So, of course, we need to... No, I need to do that. Okay, let's try to line these up as best we can. All the way through. Okay, now we're going to get a little stuck in here, so we're going to go up and over. Right, barely in that line there. It's a perfect fit, but now we're going to have to start moving them in, which is why I wanted so much space in between. I might want to rethink how this is working because I want a full belt in there. Okay, so now that we have this, we're gonna need ample amounts of belt to move these up. So that takes care of this one. Now we need this one to move in from up here. Okay, that one's taken care of. And then this one from there. Now we're going to run into a problem. Okay, so all those are getting routed. This one now is next. Now we're really pushing our luck here. The bots are like, oh, what are you doing? So much belt. As these all get done, you know, the greens are going to go crazy, which is going to use some materials and all that kind of good stuff. So, okay, so that is good there. So we need these for that. We need these for that. We need these for that. Okay, so this is this line. Oh, have I mentioned how much I love blueprints? Okay, moving down here. Ever further. Okay, I think that takes care of most of the belt here. Just helps keep my inventory from getting too backlogged. Okay. Cascading this down, that's a lot of greens getting moved. A lot of belt. Okay, so let's finish off the tops here. Okay, so trying to do this efficiently. Oops. And you run into those problems. Alright, is that it? Oh, nice. Now for the underside. So this is over, up, up. So this is up, 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 over. Over, up, up. Up, over. All right, greens are now moving. Beautiful. So obviously with a train with plastic coming in, we have 4 times 6 outlets for plastic. And we need 20 total. So I think that's going to be 5 outputs. What did you do that for? What? What? Why do you hate me? There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. So there's 20 outlets for plastic. We are ready for plastic to come in. Okay, I need one there. You know, I'm going to put this on the underside. Just because. And then let's connect the power up. Oh, no. Big poles, please. There we go. So now we need to bring copper in. And we only need, what, 2 coming out of each one of these? For the 20 copper that we need to push into the system. Okay, so there's a massive amount of copper, and I think we'll be able to load it up here and then distribute it all the way down through here. But we got to be careful because we have a monster amount of reds also getting used in here. So we need to have an output for those. So I'm thinking bringing copper up and then bringing it in from a distance. That way we can route reds down, because reds are going to be used not only in blues but also in the purples that we're going to be making as well. So we got to think about plastic coming up, copper coming up, and I've got to route all of this stuff together. So I'm thinking, working on this in between episodes. We've done quite a lot of belting and routing, so I kind of want to come back next episode and show you the system, and then we can engage it and start it up and see what it does. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.